by dancing with his mom.
Alright guys, so we got to talk about a pretty wild story that is going viral on the internet that I think is the perfect example of a young man's worst nightmare. At least for me personally, it was my worst nightmare growing up, which is seeing your mother with another man in a way that I would define as very inappropriate and sexual, okay? And that is what happened in this viral clip involving Lil James Tucker, who apparently is like a YouTuber. Now, this is like a 10-year-old kid who rose to fame a few years ago based off this YouTube channel where him and his mother interact, okay? I don't really know all that much about this character, okay, this young man. But what I do know is that this young man did not appreciate the fact that another YouTuber by the name of Runnick was videotaping himself dancing with this young man's mother. Okay, the mother is twerking on the YouTuber Runnick, and Lil James Tucker, the son, the 10-year-old, he absolutely loses his mind, right? He loses it and interrupts and breaks up the dancing that is happening and then breaks down in tears. It truly is a pretty crazy moment to witness. Take a look.
He made him cry by dancing with his mom.
Yeah, so clearly and honestly, there's so many things wrong with that video clip, and it speaks to so many problems in our society that we have nowadays and why some of our communities are so messed up, right? Again, that clip really says a lot. So I actually want to read a little bit more about kind of what's going on here so you guys get a full understanding of the context behind this situation. And then I'm going to give my commentary on it and tell you guys what I think. But this is a picture of him, and then this is his mother, right? And they're at this party or whatever, okay? And I'm gonna read about it so you guys kind of understand what happened in this situation. So let's go ahead and read about it. A video of Lil James Tucker, a 10-year-old YouTuber from New Orleans, crying over his mother's dancing video has gone viral. The mother-son duo were attending the Bad Kid Prom in 2023 event that supposedly took place on December 7th. In the video, Lil James' mother, McQuail, was seen twerking to Runnick, another YouTuber, while the latter was holding the camera and recording it. They were soon separated by the 10-year-old, who seemed visibly upset with the body seen. Runnick tried to calm Lil James down by saying he wasn't aware that she was his mother. Now, again, this guy, this is his Twitter account. I'm not sure I know much about this YouTuber, okay, but he thought it was funny enough to post a video on his X account, and I think that's also part of the reason why this is such a bad situation, because I'm not sure that you should be bragging about dancing on another child's mother and visibly upsetting that child. Again, that's part of what I think is so upsetting about this situation. However, the young YouTuber ended up crying while his mother was seen sitting next to him and fanning herself with her hand. Social media users were disappointed after clips from this drama began to circulate online. Many inquired why none of the adults present there, including Lil James Tucker's mother, tried to console him. Because, I don't know, maybe these people probably are not good parents, right? They're probably not good parents. Netizens were also angered by how many people at the event brushed it off as something insignificant, ignored the 10-year-old's feelings, and were instead laughing at it. One ex-user commented under the clip shared by Ronak himself and condemned McQuail for laughing and watching her son cry. Yeah. So, as you can see here, you have people that are commenting on this. Clearly, they're not okay with it. The Neighborhood Talk shared a post about the incident on Instagram, and other users soon took to the comment section to express their disapproval of Lil James' mother. They criticized the adults for indulging in such behavior at an event that is primarily meant for kids. People were particularly displeased at McQuail's apparent indifference to her son's feelings. Yeah, I mean, because all she really cares about is the fame that she's getting off of her son, right? Again, these are YouTubers, okay? The mom just sitting there with her gums, just all smiling. And what kills is me when he was crying. She's over there bobbing and dancing, shaking my head, disgusting. When she laughed in his face and started turning up, my blood got hot. That's sad and super embarrassing of his mom to do. What the F? They did wrong for that. Then it seems like the adults are just laughing and not even acknowledging his feelings. He shouldn't have to wipe his own tears because they're being inappropriate in front of him. Poor baby, I couldn't even find humor in his embarrassment. Come on now, mom, you have your son with you. You doing way too much. Then she didn't even make sure he was good or nothing. Shaking my head. Yeah, so again, you know, obviously people are not okay with this, right? This is something that's extremely embarrassing for this young man. And my opinion is this, right? Like, this is a situation that growing up, I'm about to get real personal here, more personal than I usually get on this channel. Growing up, this type of scenario was a nightmare for me, right? And this is why I am very thankful, right? I'm very blessed that my parents never got a divorce, right? That was one of the things that I think I feared the most growing up as a young man, like especially, again, you know, around the age of 10 years old. I could not stand the idea of my parents getting a divorce and then having to deal with the possibility of another man being with my mother. I could not stand that idea, right? I mean, I've literally lost sleep at night over this possibility, right? Now, again, thank God my parents never got a divorce. They're still together 20 plus years, going strong, right? But it was one of those things that I can say growing up, I did fear, right? It really was something that I was afraid of. And seeing this video right here, this is why I definitely can resonate with this young man in regards to his feelings, because that's something that I would never want to see, right? I mean, that would be something that would destroy me, to see my mother dancing with another man like that, right? I mean, you're talking about the most sexual way that you can dance possible, which is twerking on another man. I mean, she's shaking it. She's going ham on this guy. And this guy is sitting there recording it. On top of that, recording it, okay? Obviously, he's going to put it out there to the world to see. Hey, look, you know, I got this woman who happens to be this kid's mother dancing on me, right? Shaking them cheeks, right? You know, which, I mean, that's what she was doing. So, you know, when I see something like that, man, and that young kid, you know, feeling the way that he felt, like I felt it myself, like I felt hurt for him. And what's even worse is the fact that, again, this mother didn't even console her son. She didn't even seem like she thought it was a big deal. That she basically openly was acting in a way that I think is disrespectful towards her son, right? If you are a mother, you don't dance like that in front of your son with another man, right? I don't even think it's appropriate to do that in front of, you know, the child's father, okay? I don't even think it's appropriate to do that. But I mean, if you're going to do that, you do that in front of the child's father, not in front of another man. And this is why, again, I think that single motherhood is really, you know, one of the biggest issues we have in this country, especially when it comes to how young men are raised, because this is what they're exposed to. This is what they're exposed to, right? This is something that, again, you see all the time on social media. A lot of these women who again happen to be mothers, putting themselves out there on social media for the world to see everything that they got. And that is the effect. What you just saw there was the visual effect that this has on young boys, young men, when they see their mothers put themselves out there like that for the world to see, right? You're at a kid's party and this is what you're doing. This is how you're acting. Not only are you dancing like this in front of your child, you're dancing like this in front of other children for the world to see. Again, it's embarrassing. It really is. And this is why I think that divorce is such a terrible thing, right? This is why divorce is such a terrible thing. This is why, again, I think that you need fathers in homes for situations like this, right? This is why you need fathers, stable families, less divorce, because kids get exposed to stuff like this. And this is a traumatic experience that I think is an experience that is far too common in this country. He's not the first child that has experienced this type of embarrassment because of the way that their mother, again, who happens to be a single mother, is acting in public. Again, it really breaks my heart. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.